Well, this is not a video that any of us wanted to make anytime soon.
No.
For sure. As you may have seen earlier on social media, we are unfortunately in a position where TripleJump will be ceasing operations very soon. We have been fighting this for a very long time. You will have noticed, obviously, that the views have been declining for some time. Those of you who've been tuned in as we've explained some of the changes that we've been making, including moving the podcast off the channel. We had that brief 1 week break to try and revitalize the channel. We've taken a lot of steps basically based on Google's own advice and sort of the advice of other content creators in similar positions.
Yeah, we found ourselves in a sticky situation last year with YouTube not really knowing what was going on with the channel. People who we looked to for advice also couldn't figure out exactly why you guys weren't seeing our videos. We've had people comment recently being like, I haven't seen your videos in so long, I had to literally search for you to find you, even though that they were following. So you may not even be seeing this video. If you are, you're one of the lucky few.
Share this with people who you know who like our channel.
Yes.
Yeah, one thing that we do know for sure, looking at our analytics, is that our click-through rate has remained pretty much constant from the peak of the channel's success, which means, in simpler terms, that people who do see our stuff recommended or in sub boxes or whatever still click on it just as much as they ever did.
Yeah.
But sadly, we're just not being presented to those people who do want to watch our stuff.
And we tried loads of stuff, and this isn't sort of a sudden, I know it's sudden for you, but it's not super sudden for us. We've been sort of desperately trying to figure out what's been going on for a little while now, but unfortunately it's just not working. And some big decisions have been made, and obviously we're very upset about it, but hopefully it's a good thing.
Yeah, maybe it could be in the long run.
In the long run, for sure. I mean, we're all the entire TripleJump staff are affected by this decision. You know, we've had an immense amount of support from, for people who aren't familiar, Cultaholic is the parent company of both the Cultaholic Wrestling YouTube channel and TripleJump, and we've had an awful lot of support from them while we've been going through these difficult periods. And yeah, as you guys said, we have been trying to fix things for as long as we possibly can, but unfortunately we are just at a point where we are out of road, and this is the conclusion. And it's really sad, and as I said a minute ago, not a place that any of us would want to be in. I think if any of us did decide to leave the channel, we'd want to do it on our own terms. But this is the situation we find ourselves in. And so in this video, we want to sort of talk directly to you about how we're feeling, about what comes next, about what's going to continue to go out on the channel over the next month or so, our tentative plans about what we're hoping to do next, and really just sort of maybe reflect back over the past few years and talk about all the incredible things that we've done, because despite it coming to a rather unceremonious end, by practically every other metric, TripleJump has been a phenomenal success.
Yeah.
We have done so much, and we've had some incredible moments over the years, and some unbelievably talented staff members come and go over the years, and it's been an honor and a privilege to not only work together but also make videos for you guys. And so while this is a very somber occasion, we want the tone of this video, as much as it can be, to be a positive one and to be uplifting, if we can just muscle through.
Just got to find the happy spark, and then it's fine.
It's been a 6-year ongoing project, and as you say, Ben, we've done some amazing things. We've been on national TV, we've been in a wrestling ring being thrown around by a professional wrestler.
We've raised loads of money for charity over the last
tens of
6
thousands.
years.
Yeah, absolutely.
Made it through COVID, all through lockdown, still able to produce videos and do live streams and things like that. And
built a wonderful community as well.
Yeah, seriously, it's unreal. Like each year, Peter and I have had private conversations where we're like, the tat appeal this year, I feel like we're probably, like last year they were so generous, there's no way it would be understandable if at the same rate that the views have been declining, that perhaps interest in the tat appeal would go down. Not at all. Each year somehow more stuff gets sent in. The fact that the community is so tuned in and passionate has been so inspiring, and quite frankly a very needed breath of not fresh air but positive air, when otherwise it can be and has been really hard and really demoralizing for everyone on the team to put in so much effort, because I think we're all agreed every video that goes out on our channel is of a really high quality.
I think so.
And it deserves to be seen by so many more people. And just because of the state of where the channel was in, for whatever reason, it's complete voodoo. No one understands how it works, unfortunately. This stuff hasn't been shown to people, and that's been really hard on all of us. So you guys being as wonderful as you have been has helped more than we can put into words, quite frankly.
It's been really important as well, seeing like names that we recognise in both the comment sections and on Discord and on Patreon that have like been so supportive to us over the last few years. Like there's people that I like would pick out in every Twitch chat who are also on the Patreon, who are also active on our Discord, who are so important to us to know that we have people who are like our biggest cheerleaders. So it's been really nice to have you all with us in this journey, and I hope that this isn't upsetting you too much.
Yeah, and well, and under other circumstances, it would be very sad to think, oh well, that was nice, and you know, I'll miss those people. But with any luck, I'm sure some or all of them will follow us on to pastures new, because there will be pastures new, and you're not. This isn't the last you're going to see of any of the three of us, or the rest of the team either.
And speaking of Patreon, absolutely massive thank you to everyone who supported us on Patreon over the last year. That has really been a saving grace for us in a lot of ways. And we're glad that we can make content that you guys have really enjoyed and things that otherwise would have died.
Yeah, that we've enjoyed.
Yeah,
and they would have died.
We love Main Menu and Rules Boss, and they were sort of just meandering about on the channel, but thanks to everyone's support on Patreon, we were able to actually keep those going, which has been really lovely over the last year or so.
Yeah. I hope people understand, and I know a lot of people do, but I do hope, because there are some vocal people out there, and I do get the frustration that when things get taken off the channel and put behind a paywall, it's not something that we ever wanted to do.
No.
But as we've said before, like the only way those could continue financially was for it to be paid for directly, because YouTube has been so difficult. So that was the only reason we could do that. But so many of you rallied around us, and as ASHTON said, you have been increasingly essential, and there's a very good chance that we would not have been able to continue for as long as we have done without that support on Patreon.
And as we'll get to shortly, we have done our best to ensure that there will still be a little bit more stuff going out on Patreon for the last couple of weeks of our channel activities.
I'd also like to stress, please, no mudslinging. No, this is it's a horrible situation, but this is really amicable between all members of TripleJump and Cultaholic. They're devastated about the situation, and they have been phenomenal to work alongside, and they really deserve your support. So please, as much as we would love for you to support all of us in what we go on to next, rally around them as well, because this is, it's really hard for everyone. Nobody wants to lose like 6 or 7 of your colleagues in one go, and they're all amazing people. So please go and support them. And continue to.
As you've said, without Cultaholic, we wouldn't have been. We would never have existed in the first place, certainly. But particularly in the last couple of years, they've kind of propped us up. They've paid for a lot of the overheads and things like that. That on our own, TripleJump would. I think things would have ended a lot sooner without Cultaholic.
100%.
Yeah,
absolutely. Now, I believe that all members of TripleJump who are exceedingly talented have various irons in the fire. We're at this point waiting for confirmation, as obviously the dust settles very fresh, for what they intend to go on and do. There will be a concerted effort across all of our socials and our remaining videos to point you in the direction of where these team members are going. And again, I'm going to say it a lot. We're going to say it a lot. They deserve your support. Follow them. If they're doing Twitch streams, go give them a follow, go give them a subscribe, that sort of stuff. We've got things that we're in a position currently to promote, because we've fortunately now been able to prepare a little bit for what lies ahead, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But I suppose what I'd love to ask you guys is there a particular highlight over the last few years of being here?
I think my mind always, now when I'm asked that question, or when I consider that, it does always just go back to being on CBBC. I think that's just mad. And it was only sort of gaming adjacent in a sense. And we did do a gaming review and we talked about gaming and being a content creator on there. But for me, the experience was as much about just being there and the chaos of Saturday morning telly as much as it was about anything else. So yeah, it's kind of weird that my biggest takeaway from 6 years at TripleJump is, you know, not a particularly gaming related experience, but I thought it was just a crazy, fantastic thing, especially after we'd done our own SMTJ the year before, and we were about to do a second one, and it's like, oh, but in between the two, can you actually go on real CBBC?
Do you want to do a real one instead?
Crazy.
That was terrifying.
had
That's the
a great
scariest
time.
thing I've ever done in my entire life.
I
it was amazing.
literally was like so excited, but I was really scared. And when we were driving that little car around, I was dead silent because I thought if I say anything, I'm going to say a swear word, and I'm going to get told off so bad. And then I just broke the car instead.
Yeah,
so,
amazing.
Yeah. My personal, I mean, it's difficult to choose
so
really.
much.
There's so many.
Yeah.
I still look back on the wrestling Prove It that we did with such fondness. Like that was such a good, fun video to film, and HT Drake was so good.
Yeah, he was.
Taking that bump at the end, I had no idea what to expect. It was we were like, well, who would it be the funniest to take this? And it was like, well, it'll be funniest if I take it. I think. And I had no idea what was about to happen to me until I was in the air and on the floor. And
Did
I
it
was
send like a shockwave
whoa.
through your body?
I almost like didn't really have time to like process what was happening until it had happened. And then like I was like, oh, I've been in the air and now I'm on the floor. Because we'd practiced it with a mat.
Yeah.
And then he was like, you think you can do that? And I was like, yeah. yeah.
I remember thinking on the day, even saying on the day, I think that like, wow, I've not really thought about it much, but I've not been upside down for about 8 years, like since I was a child. And when you're halfway through a suplex and you're upside down, I'm like, I don't get flipped upside down very often in life these days. Whereas when you're a child, you're upside down all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When we got this news, I was like, oh, that's really sad. And then I went back and watched some of our like old sort of Prove It's and main menus and stuff. And I was watching that one and I was like, God, that was such a good day.
Yeah,
like,
it was.
Such good fun. Dan from Cultaholic, he was there with like his full setup. Like he was getting all the shots.
Yeah.
We couldn't have done it without him, but that was a really fun video.
And edited spectacularly
Yeah.
by our own James Jenkins as well. Yeah, it's been amazing. I'm having difficulty. It just feels like such a blur.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like it's been that long since Peter and I moved back up to Newcastle. Even though so much has happened in that time. We've had weddings, we've had funerals, we've had house purchases, we've had like so many important life events have come and gone over the past few years. I suppose sort of what sticks with me, even though it was not a great time for a lot of people, was during lockdown and how the team at the time were able to overcome that situation. And quite frankly, TripleJump flourished during that period. Like it was I'm hesitant to sound a bit too egotistical here, but I know based on what people have told us that it was a lifeline for a lot of people when they were stuck at home. The live streams in particular were incredibly popular and really well supported at that time. And there was just something very strange that I'll never forget about waking up and putting on joggers and then just sitting in joggers all day and still being able to do this job.
I'm fully sitting here. We're both sitting here in joggers.
You're
right?
in joggers. Yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, it's a joggers day for sure.
Yeah, it's a jog. The energy the last few weeks has been, I'm not putting jeans on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm not putting jeans on this week.
Yeah.
But it has been like such an amazing time. I know that I obviously haven't been here for all of it, but it's been almost 4 years now since I joined, and it's been a whirlwind of 4 years. But yeah, it's been such good fun, and we're all really good friends as well, so that is also very difficult for us. Like a few people are potentially moving away, which is really sad. So we're like trying our best to be positive about this, but also are really sad that we're sort of potentially losing a few of our really good friends. We hang out all the time, so it's been a difficult one, and it will be, I'm sure, a little bit more difficult as we go forward, but we have had a really amazing time.
We have. And since you have joined in those last three or 4 years, TripleJump would be it wouldn't be the same anymore. So soon after you joined, people were saying it's like she's always been here.
And continuing what you were saying, Ashton, about us all being friends, I was talking to Kat, our writer, about the whole situation recently. And she raised a really good point about can I do one swear, do you think?
Sure.
Hey, do you know what? What are they going to do?
I'm wearing joggers.
Well,
so I think
What
Shut
are they
down
going
the
to do?
channel?
Shut down the channel?
Come on then. What a fucking privilege to work in an environment on YouTube where there's been no drama.
Yeah, that's been nice, actually.
No drama,
Yeah.
no gossip.
No one got cancelled.
No one got cancelled. Everyone gets on. Everyone who works here is so passionate about what they do, about making videos, about things that they care about. And everyone gets on really well. No one's ever fallen out.
Yeah.
It's just, well, I think I can fairly confidently say I will never work in another environment like it.
No, I
No.
don't think so.
We've been so lucky to have such wonderful people on the team. And it's been unreal. Like I really don't think I'm going to work anywhere else where I'm like, I actually get on with everyone. And yeah, you're right. We do hang out. You know, we've been at each other's weddings. Like we're a close group, and that does make it much harder. It really does.
When people learn about, the slightly unusual, unconventional working relationship you and I have had over the years, going through 3 different places of employment together.
Yeah.
I kind of, when I'm talking about that with people, I'm like, it's amazing, really. Like, we have never argued about anything.
No.
We sometimes don't agree. We have different ideas about
Yeah.
how to do things, and that has carried on into TripleJump. As you say, everyone gets on, and there have been things obviously that have gone wrong in people's personal lives, but that's actually when we've actually all come together as friends and supported each other. It's not been a quiet 6 years for everyone and outside of work, but we've rallied around and helped each other. It's been the opposite of drama.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Shall we talk about some of our amazing team, or all of our amazing team, to echo the sort of structure of the somewhat ironically named TripleJump isn't changing video? We couldn't possibly shout. We'd be here all day basically if we shouted out every single freelancer we've ever had, and even every single moderator we've ever had. But certainly the Discord mods, Jack, Joe, Tori. Unbelievable work over the past few years. I know we've had lots of mods come and go, and a huge thank you to them as well. And on the streaming side, Lord Brotovich, Trailing Badger, Mr. Black, keeping everyone in line, but doing it in a not arsehole way is a difficult thing to do. And they're all such an essential part of the community, and we appreciate you so much. So thank you, thank you.
And our freelance writers and editors, we literally could not have done as much as we have done without them. Again, there's too many to name, so we can't name them all. But they have been working tirelessly behind the scenes to make the content work, and it's been lovely to work with them.
Shout outs to the Bacalzo bros.
Yeah.
Yes.
We have 3 brothers from the Philippines who have done an amazing job editing for us.
Yeah.
And again, we have some other excellent video editors as well. But Leon Bacalzo in particular has been with us. I think he was our first ever freelance video editor. Could be wrong. I'm pretty sure that's correct. And he is still editing for us, as are his 2 brothers. And they're great.
Equally, I'd like to shout out Simon Pike, who's been with us for a long time as well on the writing side, has done loads of top 10 lists, and some of our best performing ranked lists were courtesy of him as well. He's been brilliant reporting to Kat, the senior writer, and Kat makes a point to tell me every time a script of his is submitted, it's another brilliant one from Simon. He's excellent. So thank you, and to obviously
everyone,
all
of course,
the other freelancers. But the nature of freelance work, as I'm sure you can imagine, is that it's sort of a revolving door in terms of, I've got this other opportunity, I'm going to go do that, etc. So yes, thank you to all our freelancers. And then of course we've got the in-house staff. Spoke about Kat just now. Kat has been unbelievable, not just as a writer in terms of the quality, but also how prolific she is as a writer. We literally cannot keep up.
No.
We've never been able to keep up with the speed at which Kat can turn around high quality scripts, whether that be the video game, top 10 lists, ranked scripts, documentary pieces. And she's written some of your stuff, haven't collaborated with you to work on some of your solo things. She's been unbelievable, and not just in the writing department, she's also an absolute delight to deal with, extremely professional.
A lovely
is
person.
Is a lovely person, a
Yeah.
whiz with a spreadsheet as well.
Oh my god.
Great
So-
dungeon master.
Yeah,
Yeah.
great DM too. So thank you, Kat. Thank you very much.
Our editors in-house are incredible.
Mm-hmm.
We have the wonderful James Jenkins, who you all know, of course, who does streams and presents videos and has, in the last year, like really flourished as a presenter.
Yeah.
Which has been...
Did we pay him yet? I can't.
Not
no,
sure.
track of
No.
that.
no.
Do we?
He might actually still technically have a job because he never.
Yeah,
Oh, because he's
Yeah.
free.
Never been
Okay,
paid.
so
There's
James
nothing
is
to
the
edit.
No,
Yeah, no, he
legally
doesn't.
we have to say.
No, but yeah, so James is fantastic and edits things like a machine and just has an amazing eye for it. So he's incredible.
And has been with us after only a few months.
Yeah,
joined.
he was the first person on after Peter and I, and my God, the difference in our workload after he came on, it changed everything. We wouldn't be here without him, and I think there'll be perhaps an addendum to this video where James will have an opportunity to chat to you guys as well. I know that he's got some irons in the fire that he'd love to talk to you about, so please stick to the end of the video and support him as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, and of course, since after we had James to come in and start doing some editing for us, we've our team has grown even more with the video editors. We've had Alex Winters, who's still with us, doing an amazing job. He's been working a lot on the video game, and we've had Kieran Henry as well, who does fantastic work on Weirdest Games Ever. That's always been his baby.
Yeah.
Both of them have done fantastic work over the past few years, and they will be sorely missed. Well, Kieran in particular, we suspect, may no longer be in the Northeast in a few weeks or months' time. And he's a dear friend, Alex too, as well. And he's a Northeast boy, so hopefully he'll be sticking around.
Yes,
But,
we'll still be seeing Alex. But yeah,
a wonderful pair.
Those two are incredible. James, just to talk specifically about some of the other stuff they did, James obviously, he has the What Went Wrong series. He's been the sole editor of those, and those have been brilliant. He's obviously done a couple of his own solo pieces as well, and between the three of them, they have been editing Worst Games Ever.
Yeah.
So that show wouldn't have been possible without them. Alex, of course, is Mr. Main Menu. So if you're a patron and you've been watching Main Menu, and even before it went on Patreon, Alex edited a lot of those episodes. He loves a visual gag, and he's very good at
so
special effects.
good.
Very
And
Every
so
time
quick as
something
well.
goes through a portal and comes out somewhere else, that's him. He's brilliant. And Kieran, obviously Weirdest Games Ever is his, but also he's edited the vast majority of the 101 games lists, those huge videos, sorry, and also Rules
Boss he picked up as well, yeah.
Every time you see those little like drawings in
yes,
in
the animated
videos,
stuff.
that's Kieran. His like signature has become these drawings, and I personally love them.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
whenever you've written in the comments saying, "Wow, the editor's really popped off with this one,"
Yeah.
it's probably either James, Alex, or Kieran, and it's really hard to tell who's popped off because they're all so fantastic.
Yeah.
in
Alex
every
has
single
also recently shepherded a lot of the rank lists as well, the giant rank lists. He's helped get those put together by our freelance editors. So an amazing team.
Yeah.
I
and
also
we
think it's important, to
need to talk about this fella here.
Yes, we do.
about Philip.
Philip J. Reed, who was the first he wasn't full-time, but he was the first employed writer. He was like part-time. And he basically shaped how we did ranked scripts and also constructed top 10 lists. He taught Kat how to do what she's been doing
It always makes me
for
cry
the
when
last
we
few
talk
years.
about Philip.
And tragically, we lost him a few years ago, and we think about him all the time.
Yeah.
And we wouldn't be here without him. So thank you, Philip, as well.
Yeah. But now, having celebrated that wonderful team, we should talk about what remains on the channel, because there is still a bit more content to come, both on YouTube and on Patreon as well.
Yeah.
So we start with, there are a few more lists going out. The bread and butter, we have a few of those still remaining, so they'll be coming out kind of with a bit more of gaps in between. They've been 2 per week. It's going to be slightly more spread out, but through May.
There's also the very last Weirdest Games Ever episode, which is coming out this Sunday after this video is going out.
Yes.
We recorded this just sort of in the midst of this conversation happening. So if you're like, hey, why are they not talking about it?
Why are they saying see you next time?
Why are they saying see you next time? That's why. But it's a really lovely episode, so yeah. Check that out on Sunday.
Yeah.
It is. Patrons can expect an episode of Rules Boss on the 9th of May. We apologise because we did tease it for the 2nd of May, but then obviously everything's changed a bit, so we needed to push it ever so slightly. We hope you understand. But that will be out on Patreon on the 9th of May.
Yes.
There is a Worst Games Ever still to come. That's coming out on the 18th of May on YouTube, and I imagine we'll still release it 2 days early for everyone else. And that was recorded with the news in mind, wasn't it? Yeah.
It will contain a very important message, which, I mean, we're just going to relay in a minute anyway in terms of what we're thinking of doing next, but it will have potentially some sort of portal action because the goblin's back.
Indeed.
So, yes, make sure you watch that.
And if you are a watcher or listener of the podcast or the After Dark podcast, there is still going to be one final episode of that. So for the next 2 weeks, there's not going to be a podcast. However, we are coming in a few weeks' time to record our very final episode of the podcast, which will be going out on the 24th of May.
Yeah.
So if you are a patron, or if you're fancying asking a question that you've always been holding back and not asking on After Dark, I would do that now. It is your last opportunity. The post is going out on the 16th of May if you'd like to ask a question. We want to get as many of you involved as possible, so please do ask questions for the final podcast if you would like to be a part of that final moment.
Yes, and I think in all likelihood we'll upload that to both the podcast channel and the main channel, just so everyone has an equal chance to see it. It'll go out on audio feeds as normal. And equally, After Dark, the exclusive Patreon podcast, the final episode of that will be on the Monday the 26th of May. There will also be a post asking for questions for that as well.
Yes, on the same day, 16th.
Do get involved.
Then there'll be a final ranked list. It's every Crash Bandicoot game ranked from worst to best. That'll be right at the end of May. It might be our last sort of standard style video that goes out on the channel, but you will still see one more live. We've not got it on here, but we've got one more live stream, haven't we, as well?
I think it's the 22nd of May.
Yes.
Wednesday the 22nd of May. We will Thursday the 22nd of May. The three of us will all get together and do one final sleepover stream on YouTube where we'll hang out, get drunk, and chat with you guys. By that point, there's a good chance that we will have started doing some of our solo stuff, which we'll talk about in just a moment. But certainly we wanted to get together one last time as TripleJump to sort of see it off, you know, and not just have there be one final episode of things where there's no context for what's going on. So I suppose now, really, we should talk about what the three of us specifically are thinking of doing next. And all the links will be in the description below. And as I said earlier, make sure you keep your eyes peeled on our socials where we will be signposting people to where the entire team are going. But ASHTON,
yes,
what are your thoughts at the moment?
I am streaming on Twitch. It's twitch.tv/scramble-toe without the N, because I can't have the N for 2 months.
For 2 months.
Don't steal it from me. I have to
Oh,
wait.
no, why did you say?
Please don't steal it from me.
You might just redact that from the videos so they can't.
Don't. I will have to wait, but eventually there will be an N.
Okay.
Fingers crossed. So if you want to follow me on there, you can do. I think I'm going to get the link tree with all of my links downstairs, so I'm not going to, because I can't remember all of the links. But also I have a YouTube channel, which is also Scrambled ASHTON, with the N this time. And I'm going to be putting some stuff on there when I am able to edit it, because I don't like editing very much. But yeah, so hopefully there'll be stuff going on there, and if you want to come hang out with me on Twitch, you can do so. I don't know when yet. I've not got like a rota. This is fresh. But yeah, so if you fancy hanging out with me, you can do it over there.
Go follow now. And get ready.
As said, you'll hear more detail about these things in the coming weeks as they get more fleshed out.
Yeah.
We'll talk about them time and again.
Yes.
And in the final.
And I'm
live
sure
stream.
on all of our socials there'll be links
Yes.
to stuff and signposting to where you can find us on there.
Absolutely.
Ben, what are you going to be doing?
I'm also going to be doing a bit of streaming. The
Copycat.
disadvantage I have is that my personal channel has never streamed before. So, and also, when you're watching this, I'm on holiday, so I don't even I can't even hit the ground running for like another week. But I am at twitch.tv/confused_dude. Give it a follow. I'll let you know what's going on, but I'm gonna try and stream pretty regularly, and we'll have conversations so we don't clash like times and things.
Yeah.
We'll be collaborative. So yeah, go give me a follow, and I'll be streaming. I've already decided what I'm going to stream, by the way. I'm going to do a Nuzlocke challenge in Pokemon Heart Gold.
Nice.
I'm going to do a Renegade playthrough of Mass Effect 2, and then also wrestling. Wrestling games. So that's my current plan. I'm going to be doing that. And Peter, you've also got a solo project.
I have. I will still be in the world of gaming in another way, which we'll get to shortly. But I'm also sort of stepping out into the world of kind of, it's a bit more Podiats-esque in a sense. As Podiats, our other podcast, has changed over time. We've delved more and more into weird characters of history and strange facts and things like that. And as that podcast also comes to an end, I'm kind of looking at that kind of thing. So, did you know, for example, a man once won a horse race dead on his horse?
No, I did
not. He died in the race.
Where could I possibly find out more information about that?
Well,
presented in a brilliant way.
That video may not have been made yet,
okay.
but you can head to YouTube.
Sorry,
it was just an example.
I thought you were setting me up.
Or let me give you a different one instead, which may also not have been made.
That list is massive.
This is only a small list. Hey, don't
steal any ideas.
Did you know that the word supercalifragilisticexpialidocious was not invented by Disney or Mary Poppins, and they got sued for using the word?
I did not know.
Well, there you go.
And where would I find out information about
more.
that in video form?
That one's not been made yet.
For God's sake.
But you can go to youtube.com/@thatpeter_Austin. I think without the @@ symbol, it won't work, because I don't have a custom URL yet. But if you put @thatpeter_Austin, that will take you to the channel. And again, it'll be all over my socials, and we'll be plugging things as we go.
Mm-hmm. Peter and I have been working together for nearly a decade.
Yes.
And
that's it. I'm sick.
Unfortunately, it will continue.
It will.
Because we are launching the official Worst Games Ever channel, where we intend to keep Worst Games Ever going, episode every fortnight. We know how crap YouTube is for monetization, so we are going to be setting up a Patreon as well. In fact, it may already be ready to go.
Yeah.
So Worst Games Ever, every fortnight, a new Worst Game, edited by the two of us, not supported by any kind of company, as it has been for the past 10-ish years. So we need your help, because we are going to support it via Patreon. So if you believe in what we've been doing and you want to see more Worst Games, please come and check it out. youtube.com/@worstgamesever and patreon.com/worstgamesever. We've also got some social set up, haven't we? Is it at, I forgot what it is.
What
is it, ASHTON?
I have no idea.
I think it's @WorstGames Inc., as in Monsters Inc.
Yeah. You can find us on everything.
Yeah.
We're everywhere, like a virus. So come check it out. But yeah, we'll as you guys have said, we'll signpost everyone to where we are and where our team are and so on. And I think that's sort of the long and short and tall and wide of it.
Yeah.
Really.
If we are gonna hear from James, maybe this is a good time to cut to James. Should we cut to James?
We'll cut to
and then we can wrap up.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, let's go to James first.
We'll cut to James.
And here he is. It's James Jenkins. James Jenkins.
Hello.
How exciting!
Wow.
So obviously, James, really sad news. I'm sure you'll want to have your own make your own observations on that.
Yes, it's so weird, sort of jumping in, because it's been like, obviously we've known for like a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
And it's such a shame. Like I mean, first of all, I want to say, like, thank you to everybody, yourselves. Thank you very much for, giving me a shot, because I've been here a long time.
Almost the full duration.
Almost, yeah,
you
that's
a few
it.
months in, really.
It was, like 3 or 4 months in. Seeing it grow from just this wee little channel all the way up into, at least a medium-sized channel.
Yeah.
But we've done insane, and it's I'm really really thankful for the opportunity there that you guys gave me, you and Ben and Peter, and
we thanked we thanked you when you were not
Oh,
here,
that's all right.
but I'll thank you in person now. Thank you, James, for all of your hard work.
Oh, thank
you. Ben and I couldn't have really got off the start line if we didn't have a talented man like you come in and help us out. So because it was all me and Ben to begin with, and that was just we never would have got any further than where we were really if we'd not
bless
brought in
you.
extra
Yeah.
hands. So yeah.
It's been a wild journey, honestly. Coming in, started as a writer, and then decided to be like, hey, I've got some editing work. Do you wanna, just throw down on the table there, and then bam, like here we are. It's been wild to think there's been it has been 6 years now, for over 6 years.
Do you have a favourite memory? Moment?
I was just thinking, like the first script was, and I had to look this up. It was like 10 video game gods we'd worshipped. That was the first one that went out, which is such a weird and obscure one. And I think those sort of like those lists were one of my favourite things to actually write. I remember doing a very, very strange one that got absolutely 0 views because it's so niche, but it was like 11. I think you know what I'm going to say. Like the 11 characters that could fit into a football team. Basically, it was like something to do with the World Cup.
That's right. I wondered why it was 11. That's why I was laughing. But
and just the amount of effort I put in for the graphic of the players popping up on the pitch, and we had like Lady Dimitrescu, and she went out of the screen. It's like a silly little gag. But like, there's honestly, it's been loads of stuff. Like being able to help out with filming. I remember when I first started, we were doing a Prove It, and it was it may have been the first Prove It that you guys, that we did, involving the car that's still down here. We've still got that bloody. No, it was like the.
Crash Team Racing.
It was a Crash Team Racing one, yes.
Right. I knew it was dressed as a bear, but I couldn't remember why.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, well, look, you can't say that we don't get the most out of our equipment,
our props,
right?
Yeah. That car's been all over the place. We've got that car for that video,
That's right, I think so, yeah.
I think we did,
Which is absolutely insane. And yeah, just being a part of that initially was, especially having like, watched you guys during videos, it was... it was an honour and a privilege. So and also very weird seeing the chaos ensuing. In real time.
Real life. So you've got a few plans to going forward, haven't you?
Yeah, indeed. So it's not the end. I mean, I did also want to say thank you very much for given us an opportunity to do a lot of like my own content as well. So like Game Changers. Oh yeah,
absolutely.
Only a couple of them, but and so of course the logical thing would be to do something completely different to that.
Right.
So yeah, I'll be giving YouTube and Twitch a go. I mean, already, again, thank you very much for the opportunity to be on Twitch.
Yeah.
We're gonna keep on streaming and try something a little bit different on YouTube. You can. I mean, basically, it's because I'm getting too old and I'm in too deep to get a normal job now. #normal job.
Sure.
But
You'll be doing this till you're 68 or whatever it is. 70.
God, I hope so, and that'll be so funny if I am. Or it might be depressing. Either or, I don't know. But hey, you can find me at you can search for just Jenks, JENX, or you can find me at Jenks_gaming on YouTube, or Jenks_gaming_. You need that extra underscore for Twitch and other places as well. I've got like Twitter set up, and we'll have other things set up as well. Nothing in terms of assets yet. It's all it's all moving very quickly. But the basic plan, the basic premise, I don't know if I've got the right elevator pitch perfected yet, but I'm thinking of focusing on unusual challenge runs in games like Oblivion, Skyrim. Probably other Bethesda titles, because they're also beautifully broken and allow for a variety of play styles, really.
That's true.
And I'm really and honestly, any other open freeform games are on the cards as well. Anything that allows you to play in really weird ways, basically. So
well, if you have trouble with your video game challenges, you know who you can call.
I know exactly who I can call,
if you
and
require assistance.
I hope he's still in employment at ECOC, and. You never know. Oh man,
we haven't yet heard whether ECOC is closing down with us.
It could
find out later.
Could be a tragic turn of events. But no, I'm hoping to do that. Obviously, keep an eye out. Anybody that comes along, I'll be massively grateful. Streaming, I'm probably thinking of like doing that in the next week or two. It might take a bit longer for a proper video to come out. I'm hoping for high quality, longer video edits that will cut down quite long playthroughs as well. So that's going to take a bit of time. There'll also be information in terms of like Patreon, hopefully under the same thing, Jenks_gaming_, or variety, variations on the theme there. But yeah, if and when I get that set up, I'll let you know through the relevant channels. And yeah, thank you very much. I mean, it's been a hell of a journey. And thank you. Yeah, you personally, not the rest of them. You. No, thank everybody. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for helping us achieve a dream, for helping us create something for so many people, create so many more jobs and everything, and yeah, for letting us be absolutely ridiculous on camera, whether it's on camera, whether it's behind the scenes, writing silly bollocks, editing silly things in there. Honestly, thank you so much. And hopefully this isn't quite the end. It's just a new chapter to be a little bit cliched.
One more thing to add, actually, while we're here, is to say a big thank you to Fraser, who, because he kind of works for both sides of the company, and we were so focused on thanking all of the TripleJump team, we tragically forgot to thank Fraser.
We'll give him a half thank you.
Yeah, he can have a thank or a you, but not both. He's looked after our social media. He's done a lot on our Discord, the kind of the merch distribution and Patreon, all of that kind of thing for years now. And
he's been a godsend.
He's done a great job, and he's going from strength to strength over at Cultaholic as well. He will still be with Cultaholic, so you can get your fix from Fraser over there. Yeah. And speaking of Cultaholic, I think we also neglected to specifically thank the directors and shareholders at Cultaholic for, as you say, James, taking a chance on TripleJump as a brand and on us as people. If they'd not given me and Ben the opportunity in the first place, then none of the rest of it would have happened. So thank you very much to Adam Pacitti in particular, and of course the rest of the directors as well. But with that, I think we'll have to cut back now to me, Ben, and ASHTON.
Well, I'll see you later.
Yeah, we will.
Much. Bye.
Follow him.
Thanks, James. Thanks, James. There will obviously be one final conversation like this taking place on that final podcast. So if you are a patron, please submit any question that you would like, and we'd love to chat about it. But this isn't the end for us. I'm sure we'll be showing up in each other's streams and making appearances on things. As ASHTON said, we're all good friends. We're not just going to not see each other anymore. We will make a concerted effort. We will make a concerted effort to still do things together. So please don't worry that this is, it is changing. It is different. It's very sad and it sucks. There's no way around that. But we're trying to look at the silver lining here, and we all feel that there's a bright future, and it'll be very different, but we would love to have you with us if you would care to support us.
Yeah, and I think a lot of what you love most on TripleJump is going to continue into the future in its own way. Obviously, the personalities that you hopefully like some or all of will be out there doing other things. Some of the shows and formats that you're familiar with, streaming video games, worst games ever, maybe other stuff on your channel, ASHTON, might have some shared DNA. All of those things will be out there as well. So a lot of it will just continue in sort of a new place, in a sense. Yeah, absolutely.
Anybody got any final things they'd like to say?
Just thank you.
To you
guys.
Thanks to everyone.
Like we've said earlier, we literally couldn't have done it without you. Thank you for being so kind. Not all of you, but most of you. For being so kind. Thank you for supporting us. Thank you for being so lovely to me when I started. It really meant a lot to have a community that has been so lovely to us all. So just thank you for supporting us and being there with us for the last 4 to 6 years of TripleJump. So thanks.
Fully echo that. Thank you, and thank you to you two as well.
Thanks to the team, I was going to say.
It's been a privilege and an honor, and it's meant the world to all of us. So thank you to you guys, and thank you to you guys watching and listening at home. we will see you very soon. There's still stuff going out. And if you need anything from us, we're on social media.
Yeah.
We can't guarantee that we can help, but we'll be around. You can always contact us if you need to.
Don't send us a picture of a rash and ask us to
That is
help
not
with that.
something that
we
I
don't
would
know
like.
how to do that.
I don't want that, thank you.
Maybe on my YouTube channel I can talk about your rash.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just let me
Here's
know.
John's rash. Today we're talking about John's rash.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Brilliant. All right, everyone. You look after yourselves and we will see you very soon.
Bye.
Bye.